Stop scrolling. Seriously, stop. I know you're stressed, but if you've got Geography Paper 1 tomorrow and you're still awake right now, this is the only explainer you need. Give me under 4 minutes. That's it. By the end of this, you're gonna have the cheat sheet for the worst exam traps, the perfect 9-mark formula, and exactly how to handle the clock. Let's get into it.
All right, Section 1, Survival Logistics. Tomorrow's exam is exactly 1 hour and 30 minutes long, and it's out of 88 marks.
Do the math, and that means you have roughly 1 minute per mark. So please do not, and I repeat, do not sit there wasting 10 minutes just staring at a 2-mark graph question. You have to keep moving.
And yes, for the love of everything, pack your calculator. Around 10% of this paper tests your math and map skills. The examiners are practically begging you to calculate percentage increases properly, use the median, read grid references, and round correctly. Do not leave easy marks on the table just because you forgot your Casio.
Moving on to Section 2, the Section C trap. Okay, listen up, because here is the golden rule for this part of the exam. You're going to be answering questions on natural hazards, the living world, and UK landscapes. But here is the catch. In the landscapes section, you only answer 2 out of the 3 options. If your school taught you coasts and rivers, do not even touch the glaciers questions. Literally, leave them completely blank. Every single year, without fail, students panic, they try to answer all 3, run out of time, and just throw away an entire grade. Pick your 2 and completely ignore the 3rd. Section 3, Realistic Case Studies. Okay, let's talk about these case studies. You've got to stop treating your 9 markers like there's some Hollywood disaster movie. Examiners will absolutely deduct marks for hyperbole and fake news. If you write down that a UK heat wave caused a massive national famine, or that rich countries have secret technology to predict earthquakes, your marks are gone. Nobody can predict an earthquake, right? Survival is all about preparation.
So, you need to swap the drama for just 1 or 2 hard realistic statistics per case study. Give them the exact financial cost of the storm. Give them the specific earthquake magnitude. Keep it factual.
And while you're writing those 9 markers, do yourself a favor and leave 2 minutes at the end to proofread them. Why? Because there are up to 3 SPaG marks, that's spelling, punctuation, and grammar, attached to these longer answers. Using capital letters for place names and correctly spelling specialist terminology like saltation or hydraulic action, those are literal free marks. Take them.
Section 4, the bug method. Look, before you even write a single word for those longer answers, you need to BUG the question.
Here's how it works. Box the command word, underline the key terms, and glance back at it while you write so you definitely don't go off topic.
Section 5, the Springboard Hack. Whenever a question tells you to use figure 1, please do not just describe the picture. Instead, use the Springboard Hack. State exactly what you see, and then immediately write "which means that" to actually prove your own knowledge to the examiner.
Section 6, Cause and Effect Chain. Finally, let's lock in the formula that's going to push you into those top grades for the 9 markers. First, you must make a clear judgment on which factor is most important, and to prove it, stop writing bullet point lists disguised as paragraphs. You need to use the cause and effect chain. So, instead of writing something basic like "the sea erodes the cliff," you write "water flows into cracks in the rock because of the force of waves compressing the air inside. This leads to the rock breaking apart to hydraulic action, therefore eventually forming a cave." See the difference?
Now that is a grade 9 answer. And that is exactly what you're going to be writing tomorrow. Look, you've got this. Get some sleep, trust your revision, and go show them what you know in that exam hall. Drop a comment with the word coastal if this explainer helped you out. And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the Paper 2 survival guide. Good luck tomorrow. You're going to crush it.